located in the northeastern part of the African continent, or to be very specific, in the East African Rift Valley area. The country is officially known as the State of Eritrea, and it has a population of 6 million people. The Eritrean capital is called Asmara, and this country is bordered by 3 major countries, including Ethiopia in the south, Sudan in the west, Djibouti in the southeast, and in the northeastern and the eastern parts of the country, it is bordered by the Red Sea. There is too much to talk about Eritrea, and in this video, we share the 10 interesting facts about Eritrea that you probably didn't know. Because the country is a multilingual nation, the country's constitution clearly stipulates that all languages and tribes in the country are equal, so therefore there is no official language in Eritrea. The Tigrinya language and the English language are taken as the de facto working languages of the country, since they are widely spoken in Eritrea. There are some other languages spoken, including the Nara language, Italian, Saho, Kunama, the Belen language, the Beja language, Arabic, and the Tigray language. The capital Asmara is also known as the Little Rome of Africa. On the entire African continent, it is only in Asmara, the Eritrean capital, where you find old Italian architectural buildings, and this all happened after Benito Mussolini took over Eritrea and tried to turn the capital Asmara into Little Rome. Now, in case you did not know, Eritrea is a one-party state. The country has only been ruled by one party since it gained its independence in 1993. And yes, in case you also did not know, it has only had one president since its independence in 1993, and that's President Afwerki Isaias. The president in Eritrea is responsible for appointing all the government officials, and maybe also when it comes to firing, he is the person responsible for this. No wonder many outsiders look at Eritrea as the North Korea of Africa. Did you also know that during the Liberation War that gained Eritrea its independence in 1991, over 30% of the freedom fighters were women? As Eritrea fought for its independence during the 30-year war, women were on the forefront to see their country gain its independence from their neighbors Ethiopia. This war started in 1961 and it was brought to an end in 1991, finally leading the country to its independence. On the Eritrean national flag, there are 30 leaves that represent something in the country. These 30 leaves on the national flag reflect the 30 years that the country fought to gain her independence from Ethiopia. So in case you did not know about this, I'm sure now you know. The capital city Asmara, or as many local people call it Asmera, in the Tigrinya language translates as "women made them unite." Now, according to the oral tradition history, it is said that women in the country persuaded their men from the 4 major clans to unite and fight their common enemy, in the 16th century. Now this is the Danakil Depression. It is found both in Eritrea and Ethiopia, and it is one of the hottest places on planet Earth. The Danakil Depression lies on the East African Rift Valley, and it is 300 feet below sea level. It covers a total of 60,000 square kilometers, and all this place is covered in salt mines. The Danakil Depression is one of the most visited sites in Eritrea, so definitely you might want to check it out when you visit Eritrea. Now, in case you did not know, the name Eritrea was adopted in 1890 during the inception of the country by the Italians. Eritrea comes from a Greek word, Erythraean Sea, which used to mean the Red Sea back in the day. Now, the country was named this way because of its close proximity to the Red Sea, and it was later fully named Eritrea as an English way of calling or basically referring to this country. Eritrea is known to be a zone for unique fish species. Fishing in the country remains a great sporting activity, and many of these unique fish species can only be found in the Red Sea. Amongst these unique fish species include the deep-water dragonet, the gabious fish, the tilefish, the snailfish, then the stargazer fish, and many more other kinds of fish. Now, apart from Egypt, Eritrea has the second highest archaeological historical discoveries on the African continent. As we speak today in 2022, the total number of archaeological discoveries increased from previously 45,000 to now 80,000. Remember that in 1998, the oldest skull was discovered in Eritrea, which was dating over 1 million years back, and this was connected to the earliest humans in human history. If you've been looking for a place to travel to, Eritrea is definitely one of those that you should probably start thinking about. Now, for more knowledge about the African continent, click this video on your screen.